Hear me now? Hello? Hello? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Testing, testing. Hello? Welcome back. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna have to re-say this. I was talking to myself. I am so sorry, I guess. My mic was disconnected. I didn't even realize. I am so sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I feel like an idiot right now. So we have a lot to talk about. For an example, you guys, this is one storm that you'll never see. This is an historic. This is legendary. If you guys are in the tropics, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Raja saw absolutely beating these islands like Dorian did. Seriously, like a Dorian right now. Barreling towards these islands. Catastrophic winds, flooding, rains, and it's insane. Truly a monster of a storm. Zoom Earth, actually, I want to see their latest update here. Zoom Earth has it at 165. It didn't update it. It should be getting updated soon. I'm hearing that it's at a 910 now, millibar storm. So seems like it is withstanding its strength right into the Atlantic. Good news north of the east, but this island's getting a direct landfall. Like it or not. Even making landfall as a potential Category 4 typhoon into China, Hong Kong, just south of Hong Kong. Alright, 1 second. Alright, we got already 20 people here. So we just started to go. If you guys feel free to donate, that'll be very greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, but we're going to have to do it here. The Atlantic is beginning to wake up. We are now at 1060. So we have actually a lot to talk about. We got Hurricane Gabrielle. This wave back here is going to form now. Right behind Gabrielle. Potentially into another storm. But now also this wave here, we are now at a 3010. So this is also beginning to develop. Likely we're going to be seeing 3 named storms before the end of September, most likely. And then there's even now hints of a 4th wave coming off Africa that could develop in the Caribbean. So believe it or not, the Atlantic is beginning to wake up. And it is really, really, really bad, you guys. Not good at all. So, basically, if you guys have any questions, feel free to like and subscribe as we are sharing this. So, it would be very greatly appreciated. I'm going to be watching the chat here also. So, wow, Raja saw it. I wish we had, radar. What's this? Oh, I want to see if we can get a radar developed. I doubt it. Apron. AP. Philippines. Oh, these are the Philippines. Wow. I doubt it. My God, my fingers do not work anymore. Cool. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, there it is. We actually do have a little bit of radar. That's pretty intense. We do have actually radar in this view here. We're going to be watching this, getting the camera view. This is currently Raja Saw. Currently barreling down here. You could tell with the eye wall. Very circular. Wow, we actually got radar, you guys. Alright. Let's add and share people to this channel. Let's get to 800. Wow, look at that. Not good. We got our eye wall getting the real... Wow. That is not good at all. Our eye wall is getting closer of impacting these islands here, you guys. Seriously, not good at all. Barreling towards these islands. So we're actually going to be watching radar. Yeah, this is a clear out eye for sure. Look at that. Barreling towards the islands here. In the next couple hours is going to be its worst of these islands. Really, really bad for these islands right now currently. But we're not just also watching now. We're also watching Gabrielle beginning to look a lot like soon a major hurricane, as we got some deep thunderstorm convection developing. I wish we had mesoscale, but we do not. This is continuing with these hot towers. We're likely going to see that. So, we're going to actually talk a little bit about this. The National Hurricane Center, this is currently Gabrielle. It is pretty much going to become now a major hurricane. I was talking about this a little bit earlier when my mic wasn't working. It is expected to become 150 miles an hour in the next 36 hours. So, we do expect development out of this. Generally going to be starting to make its turn, and with the jet interaction and all that fun stuff. When we take a look at the hurricane models with Gabrielle, likely in the next 9 hours, this will continue to deepen even overnight into a hurricane, and then even a major hurricane. HURF kind of keeps us at a category 2. Never gets it to going, but kind of withstands its added strength. The Hammond model believes in a pretty strong, actually, category 3 hurricane. Sup, Critty, what is up? What is up? Into the Atlantic, pretty much missing the islands there, but it does become our next major hurricane. Gabrielle quickly intensify. We'll have to wait and see on the satellite imagery, and becomes its own category 3. So a lot of the models do indicate category 3, even on the half speak here, does indicate category 3 Gabrielle. So, pretty bad. Even the GFS indicates a pretty strong category 2. And even tries to even get it to a stronger 2. So, the likelihood of Gabrielle becoming a major hurricane is becoming more and more likely. And even here shows now a good end category 2 on a lot of the models. And quite a few of them now into category 3 strength. So, and then generally weakening as it gets into more unfavorable conditions, but we are expected to see more favorability. And also, thank you guys. We were at 11 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes. That would be very greatly appreciated. So, Gabrielle is likely to become our next major hurricane. So, that does make the Atlantic 2 for 2 with majors and hurricanes. So that's your latest update on Gabrielle. And currently, as we take a look at Rajasa, it's kind of peaking out here. I mean, seriously, at its strongest, going to be barreling towards these islands. Could even get a little bit stronger, but at this point, this is it. This is where Rajasa, we see its max, and even makes landfall into China here as a pretty strong hurricane. IWAR replacement cycle is very possible, but even making landfall with wind gusts up to 100 and that's 150 knots. So when we take a look at 150 knots to mph, when we calculate that, that's 172 mile an hour wind gust. So category 5 hurricane wind gust onto these islands, and then our 10 millibar winds generally about 116 knots. So that's about, when we take a look, 133 miles an hour. So about a category 4 typhoon hitting these islands. Very significant, not gonna lie with you guys. Pretty bad. We got about 20 people watching here. Let's get it up even more. Alright, we'll have to wait and see. Wow, what a storm, you guys. With that, but we're also watching some other waves as the models continue to hype it up here. Is the GFS, actually the ensembles, very aggressive today on it. And when we take a look at the AI, not just the AI now, the global ensembles are starting to show it. When we take a look at the next 120 days, look at that. This is our third wave, really beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Our third wave likely to become our next major hurricane. Yeah, pretty bad there. Also, our second wave on the models there. Also, just north of the islands. And as we take a look at the next 144 hours out, 6 days, there it is, you guys. Our second wave just near the Bahamas. This is our third wave. So Herbata. So what is our next name storms here? Atlantic names 2025. So our next name is Humberto and the I name storm. So it looks like the I name storm. So it looks like we're gonna actually make it to the I name storm here of this. Hey Simniar, what is up? Yeah. Looks like the Atlantic is really beginning to wake up here. And then you could tell by 168 hours. It's about 7 days out. Look at this. Look at that, you guys. We don't just got a tropical storm here. This is our second wave, but look at the third wave. Potentially another major hurricane. If this is true, you guys, this could be our third major hurricane. We'll have 2 major hurricanes in the month of September. That's actually pretty normal. But 3 major hurricanes with the Atlantic hurricane season. If this does come true, the Atlantic will be about at average again. Alright? About with already 10 named storms. So it looks like the Atlantic is seriously starting to wake up. And I mean, I've been not wanting to push it, but look at that, you guys. Our next named storm here. This is our third wave into a major. This is our third wave, and this is our second wave right here. Our second wave could definitely become its own hurricane with the I name storm. What I think is going to happen, our third name storm is going to take the H name storm. And then our I name storm is actually going to be the Bahama storm. And, you know, as the I is, the I likes to bring impacts to the United States. Like always, pretty normal, you know, not good actually. So in the next 10 days, there it is. The Atlantic wakening up with our I name storm right here. This is our second wave. And our third wave right here. So pretty much closer. Backloaded season again, but that's not that intense like last year. Hey, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like a backloaded season is really beginning to wake up. Is once we take a look at 312 mile out, look at that, even stuff in the Gulf now. But let's go into tropical guidance. What model were we taking a look at? F and V. Let's take a look at 312 hours out. Yeah. So look at that. Few other waves behind this one. But look at all this concentrated in the Southwest Atlantic. Second name storm. This is our first. And this is our third. So 3 name storms by the end of the month. I don't think the MJO. I'm not really. We'll have to wait and see. But when we take a now, I want to take a look. Let's go back to 0Z0 model out. Let's take a look at the other AI model. And let's go. I didn't mean to take that. Let's go in the Southwest Atlantic. Let's take a look at the next 48 hours. There is Gabrielle. And then let's go in the next 120 hours out. This is the next 5 days. Looks like our third storm is going to be our H name storm. And then the I name storm is most likely going to be here. The Bahama storm and up the East Coast is going to be our I name storm here on the modeling. And when we take a look at 6 days out, there it is. The beginning of the Bahama system. Third wave here. So look at that. 1 name storm in September. This is going to be our second name and third name. So it looks like we're at least going to get 3 name storms out of September. So pretty not as active as previous years, but definitely going to wake up. Not it looks like the modeling gets a little wonky with this storm. We got our second name storm right in here. And this is our third name storm, likely into another hurricane. So it looks like potentially 2 more hurricanes, at least 1 more major. So I'll be 4 hurricanes, 2 majors so far, and that we're not even ready for October there. But when we take a look at 312 hours out, look at that. A lot of activity. So 312 hours out, looks like the Atlantic will have some activity to develop from. So, potentially 4 waves before the beginning of the... Thank you guys for 14 likes. Very greatly appreciate that. We have about 20 people here. We're doing actually pretty good for tonight. That should continue to go up throughout the next coming hours. So now we're going to take a look at the European here. Let's go in the next 48 hours. We're going to actually focus. There it is. Our Southwest Atlantic. This is our third wave. Likely to begin our activity in the next 2 to 3 days. It's 72 hours out. Looks like a lot more support on the third wave before the second wave to develop. So conditions are a little bit better. We'll look at all that. And then look at that. European now ensembles showing up that Bahama storm. This is our second wave. This is our third wave. So it looks like 3 named storms out of the season. Also, if you feel free to donate. We'll have to wait and see about the CAG. But second name storm and that. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright. Also, let's take a look on 144 hours out. So the Europeans starting to catch on with that. Look, this was 0Z of last night. Look at 12Z today. A lot more support on Bahamas, our second wave, and third wave. Alright. We got 10, those 2 areas. Alright, whatever. Welcome back, welcome back. Can I mod please? No, you cannot. Not for now. I'm kind of staying focused on that. We have 17 likes. Thank you guys. Let's get up to 20 likes. I'll be very greatly appreciate it. Also, let's go into 2, and we're not going to take it out that far. Let's go 180. This is about in a little bit. Look at that. Starting the Central American Gyre. We're starting to see some waves in the Central American Gyre. That's something to really watch. And if we go 240 just for the fun of it, we're starting to see the Central American Gyre a little bit. We see a little bit of hints in the Bahamas, but we see that third wave become a named storm. When we take a look at the year, let's go back into here. Let's take a look at European ensembles. Let's go 240. This, remember, 10 days. But look at that. We see another wave right here trying to develop. We're also seeing a little bit of CAG trying, but we see our second, third, whatever you want to call that. But the size are growing. The operational runs are showing more and more activity. So, pretty interesting about the Gulf. What is up, PM weather? Alright. Let's keep an eye on the Atlantic. Okay. I'm not going to be worrying too much about that. Good night, Tripper. Props, thank you. Gabrielle will be... I'm not going to worry about that. Never mind. We're just going to focus on the channel. Let me quickly... I need to do something off camera to fix something here. But we're going to actually take a look at Gabrielle. I don't know why you're saying Gabrielle is not doing much because there's too big. This is definitely beginning to develop because we got hot towers here wrapping around the core. We also got hot towers around here. We actually will be expecting an eye very soon. I believe there will be an eye very soon on Gabrielle. So, just being that said, Gabrielle is beginning to really strengthen, actually. It's definitely a hurricane. It's actually doing stuff. You can even see it in the satellite imagery. 2 hot towers there. So, I don't like the false information. Good evening. Yes, I have seen that. Hey, PMW, can you quickly chat with me in Discord, please? Hey, thank you guys. We're at 22 likes. Very greatly appreciate that. Looks like we're starting to wake up with people now a little bit. So that's very good. Let's go. We're doing pretty well now. Yeah, it's definitely trying to rotate. Look, PMW, I know what you're saying. The Atlantic's going to be dead, but look. We don't know. And actually, there's been a major uptick on these 2 storms that the National Hurricane Center has highlighted. And why else will they highlight it? Also, it's not just the ensembles that is continuing to rapidly blow it up here. It's the models, okay? I understand the Atlantic has been dead all season, and I understand that you guys do not believe in the Atlantic anymore, but we cannot keep doing that. This is the second half of the Atlantic hurricane season, so we cannot just throw it all away like that, all right? Like, you guys that are putting false information in the chats need to understand that. I agree with you, PNW. Still not impressive like the Westpac. I agree with you on that, man. Alright. Alright, we are really starting to wake up in the chats now. So we're going to actually be showing the models. Because, look, I'm going to show you guys this. Look at the latest, look at 0Z, right? Look how much less activity there is. Look at 12Z. On the ensembles, picking up in activity on the second wave and third wave. All right. Now, let's take a look at the GFS. Let's go to... This was 0Z of last night. Let's go to 18Z tonight. Look at all this more activity. All right. I'm not trying to hype it up. But, I mean, the uptick's been there the last few days. Look at the Atlantic on the... Let's go back 0Z of last night. Let's go to 9. Let's go to 6Z. All right, a little bit more, all right? Let's go to 12Z. Oh, even more, all right? And then 18Z. A lot more. So, I'm not trying to hype it up, man. I'm just looking at the ensembles. I'm looking at the conditions. And the National Hurricane Center, too, is seeing it. I mean, the AI model's been forecasting this, and in my opinion, they've been doing a great job. This is 0Z, and look at that, 18Z. Let's go 6Z, boom, still shows it. 12Z still shows it. And then 18Z still shows it. So, I'm not hyping it up. It's all on here in the modeling since last night. So, we'll have to wait and see, man. Even some interesting talk about the gyre. The gyre could be getting a little bit active also. So, keep that in mind. Correct. Look, man, I'm just trying to explain it to you on this. Also, if you guys are new, please feel free to donate. That'll be very helpful. If you guys... Also, we are really gaining that population now on the channel as Weather Kingdom. Maybe we are shifting to an unusual late season. Correct. Look, I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to call you out or anything. I'm just trying to show you and help you understand it also. Because, look, National Hurricane Center, we're actually going to go back to their page. Look, they have a 10:30. This yesterday was at a 10:10. Then they went to, actually no, a 0:10. And then they went to 0:20. And now they're at 10:30 of tonight. Also, this was at 20:20 for a few days. Now it's at a 10:60. So it went from a 20%. Then it was at 0:30, 0:40, 0:50, and then 10:60 as of tonight. So even the National Hurricane Center is seeing the development on the ensemble. So I'm not trying to overhype it or anything, you guys. I'm just showing you guys it. And I know we have seen the season bust in the last few months, but it means it doesn't mean it's going to be like that all the time. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. So, correct. Correct. See, I'm just trying to explain it to you, man. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm trying to show you guys, the fans here, too, why I'm believing that the Atlantic is starting to switch its phase. Even though it's not going to be the most favorable MJO, but now the tuts are kind of relaxing. And I do think in climatology, we've been dealing with late seasons. But look, this could bust, okay? I'm not going to say it's 100%. But I mean, this is currently as of right now. We're going to kind of take it there. Actually, we're just going to look at vorticity. Then we're going to take a look at wind shear and dry air. Okay, I'm going to show you guys on not just the GFS, the European, the Canadian, all the models. All right, and we're going to show you guys current conditions, the waters, ocean heat content, everything. So just give me a moment here on this channel to get everything together, and that'll be very greatly appreciated. Agree. Alright, so we're going to be watching the chat. So let's go in the next 24 hours. This is our second wave, right? This is our third wave, okay? This is Gabrielle right here. On the GFS, it appears that the vortex is stronger, keeping cold air and troughs away. That means the Atlantic could make a comeback. See? Thank you. Thank you for explaining it. Alright? That's actually very good information. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to fully see it happening. Westward is a sign. Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you. Now let's go in the next 48 hours, alright? 48 hours, yeah. This is our third wave, right? This is our second wave, right? I want you guys to keep an eye on this. Second wave here, look, our third wave never develops, but our second wave kind of absorbs that third wave and starts something in the Bahamas on the GFS. So the models are a little bit different. The ensembles are not. The ensemble's picking up on both. Okay? And the GFS likes one dominant system that's been showing it the last few days that goes up the East Coast and actually impacts the Outer Banks and even the Northeast. That's very interesting. Even the Northeast, actually almost even making landfall in Long Island. But then we also see the Central American gyre. We also see another piece of energy actually coming out of the third wave, doing something weird here. Some interesting stuff, a Central American gyre that's starting to show on the models. Correct. We're going to have to wait and see. But then, I'm not going to go anymore. But remember, this is 180 out. This is about 7 to 8 days out now. And yes, Central American gyre is developing. And look, if I go anymore, take this with all the grain of salt because it always changes. But it does show another named storm, a major hurricane potentially there, and even another major hurricane in the Gulf. Alright. And then October 7th. So, we're just going to have to wait and see. This is, take a grain of salt. I'm only taking this. This is the next 5 days. Alright? This is the next 6 days. Alright? So, I'm going to keep an eye out on. Take it with a grain of salt. Also, what about the conditions? Alright? This is about, let's go to current. Alright? Yes, there is some dry air. Very interesting on that third wave. And second wave. Kind of the second wave gets endorsed with the both of these waves on the GFS. Yucatan channel, yeah, not good. We have seen that in the past. I agree. Could be. Very interesting there. But conditions actually in the Southwest Atlantic, believe it or not, is not bad. Out ahead of this second wave, there's actually going to be an influence of showers and thunderstorms over the Bahamas. So as this wave actually is going to be strengthening as it gets into the environment, and I could see the second wave actually be developing, where it's actually a little bit drier, but it actually gets formed and then, becomes more of a weaker system is there. But the dry air is not as bad as it was before. And then, it does become our monster category 4 hurricane into the New Orleans. That, take it with a grain of salt. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay? When we take a look at the 200 millibar heights, is about the wind shear and stuff. And this is currently right now, right? Let's get a little bit more. That wave that goes into the Bahamas also has a cyclonic flow. Look at that, you guys. The GFS is also showing it, but the third wave doesn't really. This is that third wave right here. A little bit of shear because this second wave develops. So I do think one of these will develop. But look at that second wave. Very good breathing outflow on this system. So it is interesting that the models are picking up more and more on this. And then, this will be actually a major impact for the Northeast here. Even along the coast right there. Look at that. A bit of a tropical Isaias. I don't want to say it. If this does become the I-named storm, this actually could do the Isaias thing. But take this with a grain of salt. Okay? We'll have to wait and see. And then, remember, this is GFS, but it's been showing and trending closer and closer. And then, you know, these are all the pet tracks here. Left over. This storm, this storm, this storm, this storm. All these little tracks. But remember, this is very far out. But in the short term, it does look like the models are really starting to pick up on a busy period coming up in the Atlantic. European aphis. Let's take a look. It doesn't like that second wave, but it develops that third wave and brings it a little bit closer. And then out to sea into a very strong storm. And then we see some weird Central American gyre wave that goes up north. And then we see these other waves. We'll have to wait and see. If you guys feel free to donate anything, that would be very greatly appreciated. Also, so thank you about that. Also, let's take a quick look here. Recon is not in it. Where's that radar? Huh. Let's make sure. Alright, so let's re-update this. I want to update the radar here. Before we even get going here. This is the latest radar. Yeah, not good. Yeah, look at that. The eye wall is starting to make it. But look at the southwestern eye wall. Very bullish. Look at that. Boom. This is radar. Not having made any landfall. It has to be right in the center to make that landfall. So we got quite a bit. We got 35 people watching. We're really starting to wake up. If you guys feel free to donating, that'd be very greatly appreciate this. Please share with your friends and family. We do have a little bit of radar also, so that's very interesting. Let's take a look at a quick update on these satellites here. So look at Gabrielle, believe it or not. Look at that. 2 hot towers. Look at that, you guys. Definitely beginning to look like Christmas. Convection blowing up here. Big time hot towers there. And look at that little opening eye looks like that's going to likely be forming an eye here very soon. A pinhole eye. And I do expect this actually to maybe become a major. We'll have to wait and see. But there's Bermuda. I really wish they had recon. They might have it in the future. Rajasa, though, 910 millibars. Strongest it's ever been. Could be even more. Oh my goodness. These islands. Look at this storm. Look at this storm. Wow. Look at that. Barreling all towards. Eye wall right here, you guys. The eye wall is right here. They're probably seeing up to 150 mile an hour winds right now on this island. Even this island up to 130, 140 miles an hour. But when this eye wall gets through, we're talking about up to winds up to 240 mile an hour wind gust. Very epic stadium winds here on this storm. It's going to be a long night for these islands to get through. We'll have to wait and see. God bless these islands. I feel so bad. Remarkable. Gabrielle could be about a 2 or a 3. A weekend 3. The National Hurricane Center is seeing a 3. 115 mile an hour storm. Look at true color on this. Just epic. Westward movement. Look at that. Right into these islands. We're going to be here for a few hours, but you guys, I'm going to be... This is literally a superstorm, dude. Yeah, I know, right? Superstorm. Alright, let me just quickly... Yeah, look at that. Very soon I'm forming an eye. Alright. Huh. Very interesting stuff here. Super Typhoon. Poor islands. My goodness. Okay. So we're going to actually make a special guest here. We're going to actually get a few people on here. We're going to help this channel out. We're going to be actually joining this here. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, join the... Did. Sorry about that, you guys. If you guys are new, please like and donate. Alright, whoever... Alright. Alright. We're going to be just live on this until they join. Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Trevor. Hey, dude.
What exactly do you need help with?
You want to share your screen and kind of just talk about all these developments and your opinions?
Yeah.
Alright.
Catching up on Tropics as well.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to leave it on... do you want to share your screen and kind of go over everything that you believe for like 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, also, Raja saw, I mean...
I'll probably show Zoomer.
It can't get better than Raja saw. I mean... That is crazy of a storm right now.
Okay, still same.
Let me know when you're ready, that I can let you take the show and help.
It's still okay. So the wind speed for Roger's is still the same. Okay.
I think they should go more. Do you want to share your screen, man?
Yeah, just give me a minute.
All right.
I'm grabbing updates on the Tropics as well.
All right.
We put up a new 8 NHC.
By the way, you guys, this is Trevor. He is a big help on this channel and in the chats and all that. Shout out to Trevor. He's an awesome dude. He really is a Tropic enthusiast, especially in the Westpac. Very talented guy. I'm glad I met him. He's awesome with this type of stuff. Pretty crazy.
If it allows me to show my screen. Sometimes it bugs out.
Alright, let me know, man. We got 30 to 35 people watching. I don't see anything PM. Potentially Gulf storm. Yeah, we are also gonna have to watch. Ooh, someone asked me about Hurricane Nardia is currently dying. It looks like it's going through another eye wall replacement, or honestly, it looks like it's just getting into.
I'm about to touch on that.
Yeah, I'll be letting you touch on that.
So here is our golf,
Do you want to share? Wait, you want me to share the
It is
screen
shared.
to you? Okay, let me give you a second. Give me 1 second, man. All right, so I'm gonna quickly get something to eat. I already kind of said my opinion.
Okay.
All right.
To the people who are wondering, yes, the new area of interest does pose a little bit some threats to one of the U.S. territories. Actually, two of them, U.S. Virgin Island and Puerto Rico. The second ISO, or the first one, doesn't pose any threats, but it needs to be monitored closely as we progress to the day. I'm gonna switch over to the well, as you saw, Gabrielle is now a hurricane as we speak, with packing winds of 75, maybe even higher now. I haven't heard anything from the what's called the automatic tropical system forecasts. I haven't heard anything yet, and I'm waiting for official word. Here is our brand new storm out in the eastern pack, or the east pack. I said it earlier on the video. I don't know if I can say it right again. Currently it is almost 100 west, but it has maximum sustained winds of 40 and moving northwest at 10. And the next advisory is supposed to be out probably within the next 10 to 20 minutes from now.
If you're talking about the National Hurricane Center, it should be out within an hour. Might be a little bit earlier than Gabrielle's.
You wanna touch on this for me?
Which one?
All the storms.
Yeah, so real quick, I just want to talk about, since I am more of an Atlantic person, Trevor, can we go look at a satellite loop of Gabrielle? Because Gabrielle went from nothing to something in 12 hours.
Gladly, I will.
Yeah, because she is using the jet to her absolute advantage, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Let me switch tabs over to.
It is really gorgeous here. So basically, the vertical hot towers are wrapping around Gabrielle right now. The last of the dry air has now escaped. It is now free. It is allowed to use this jet to intensify. The strength is supposed to be 115 miles per hour, but I wouldn't be surprised, especially, I could see 120, and that's only because some of the models have been so keen on rapid intensification with this thing. I know a few models have been trying to go Category 4, which I don't know if it's going to happen, but I do know that I do think a Category 3, not guaranteed, but it's pretty likely here. And I just want to pause this, because do I have to share my screen, or do you have it on yours? I'm not sharing my screen, that's why.
I have it online. I will wait until Weather King comes back, and then you'll switch.
Are you using Weather Kingdom? Okay. But I will say this. I want you to, Trevor, you want to look at the open chat real quick on the YouTube live stream. This is such a different look from 12 hours ago. Gabrielle is amazing right now. She is doing what she's supposed to do. The National Hurricane Center may keep her 75. I really think they should do 80, considering how much this has improved. And because, especially since rapid intensification will really begin tomorrow. Now, we do have these other areas of interest that I do want to take note. I know Trevor briefly touched on those. one of them, the models have been already trending a hurricane. So I wouldn't be surprised, and especially since that Trevor, you know what I'm about to say, Humberto has never failed to become a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
I really think, I know that's kind of a bias, but considering the models immediately wanted a category, it depends on which storm becomes Humberto first, because we have two tropical waves here. Both of them are going to use.
One of them posing a threat.
Both of them are going to use the jet, so it's equal odds, honestly, depending on the organization of those waves. And that's a theme that people are going to see this year. Hurricanes using the jet stream angle as outflow. That is a theme we have seen a few storms do this year. Gabrielle, Channel kind of did that, I believe. I would have to look back. But we had these nets-free storms are going to use the boundaries as jet. Oh, by the way, use WX Cyclone because it has better water vapor imagery. You can really tell the structure from the water vapor I use.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably the best decision to do because I keep it low.
Use that one because she is absolutely organized. I am so curious on the Bermuda radar. Can we see? Let's see if we could get a Bermuda radar view of Gabrielle. Barely. There's not much of a view. Can we take a look at the 100 kilometer? No, we cannot. So, not a lot of rain bands yet on the Bermuda radar. I wouldn't be surprised if the very western fringes of Gabrielle appear on the radar tomorrow. But for Bermuda, y'all are good. Y'all are outside the forecast cone. In fact, I'm very curious here. What is the tropical storm wind field? I gotta look here. An advisory comes out in an hour, by the way, so this will likely change for people that are curious here. Bermuda is under a 10 to 20. Actually, hold on. Let me see.
Double check. It has its
10 to 20% chance of tropical storm force winds. But Gabrielle is a small system, so I don't think now. Once it expands in size as it goes a little bit more north, I wouldn't be shocked if maybe some tropical storm force gusts happen for maybe a few hours as it's pulling away. But sustained winds, no. I don't think Bermuda will get sustained tropical storm force winds. If anything, it'll be more baroclinic gusts because of the jet combined with the pressures of the of Gabrielle.
Okay, so you want this?
Let me look here.
Why is my computer doing this? Oops.
This is not good.
We'll just click on what the heck? That's a curse. Take him.
No curse. Yeah, technical difficulties. So it looks like here. Here we go. Hopefully we got the view back.
There's that water vapor you need.
Yeah, go to the Gabrielle. You switch your infrared to water vapor. Unless you already did it. Did you do it already? I can't tell because it's a little delayed.
I did.
Okay.
It's probably not showing up in my computer, so laggy.
Vapor. That's not the water. Wait, I think you know which one I'm doing. I do. That's not the water vapor I use. To really see both moisture and cloud tops, you would want to do. Go to water vapor. There are 3 types. Let me look on your screen. There's a little bit of maintenance here because this gives us the best view. So yeah, go to water vapor products. Yep. Your mouse over that. Click on that. It should show you 3 of them.
Which one?
Water WV products. Click on that one.
WV products. I
It's-
have that clicked.
Well, no. It should show you 3 types of water vapor you can see.
I have. It says old SSD and
SSD.
ROS.
SSD will give you an amazing view. Yes, view SSD. And it shows you the true structure of Gabrielle in a way. And the vertical hot towers. Let it load. Yep, there it is. Let it load a little bit longer. Boom. That is the actual. With this, I can really see a structure of Gabrielle. And she is really. Yep. She's really getting her act together.
Spin.
A bunch of spin, in fact. If y'all got any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. We would love to answer your questions about Gabrielle, the Typhoon, the West Pacific, and the AOIs.
I'll be interested in answering this since I essentially do have a energy of it, but it's actually very shocking the way it's doing.
Real quick, I want to go to the Taiwan Doppler radar. I know we looked at the Doppler radar earlier. There were some tropical supercells located on the northwestern side. Those have turned more into a band itself, a very outer band. There's not as much cellular motion anymore. There are a few tropical supercells on another band to the northwest of it. But Taiwan does rarely get tornadoes. That doesn't mean tropical tornadoes are not a threat. It's much rarer for Taiwan to get tornadoes than, let's say, China or anywhere else. In terms of tornado production from the typhoon, there might be a few because it water spouts, but I'm not expecting any to be on shore. The biggest threat would be southern Taiwan, would be the northern fringes of the typhoon that is going on right now. But yes, guys, if you have any questions or comments, just ask them away. Someone says there's, let's say, some sort of eye feature trying to form. Gabrielle is rapidly trying to develop an eye. Yes, we've been seeing that today. We don't know if it's going through rapid intensification or is it going through a small organizing phase and then rapid intensification, because the forecast does call for 115 miles per hour, which makes perfect sense when you see all the ingredients and how small the storm is. It can take advantage of that jet mats really well. So we'll see.
So here's Rodriel. Here's Rodriel right near these islands, near Taiwan, or not Taiwan, but Philippines. And this is infrared that we're seeing this. I think visible is more terrifying.
I will say, the water vapor with that storm too is absolutely incredible. I just like water vapor. I like water vapor. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let me see, where's Typhoon Sadness here? There's Typhoon Sadness. Water vapor. Let's do a loop on that, because it looks absolutely stunning with that water vapor. You can really tell how dry the eye is by using this. Some people were saying it might be trying to go for an eye wall replacement cycle soon. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Storms like this tend to do that all the time. So,
speaking of the system, as we speak, it is barreling down. Its eye is going to be barreling down on these islands. That I have previously said in a video that it's going to get barreled with 260 kilometers per hour winds. So this is a very serious situation where you have a Category 5 typhoon heading for these islands in the most dangerous place.
yeah. And real quick, we've been looking at data today, and we've noticed something about Gabrielle. And I want to mention this to people here, even though it's unlikely. The HAFS A and B models, you may be crazy to think, why are they trending a Category 4? this system is too far to the north. Well, jet maxes can do very interesting things. They can make a storm grow a lot stronger very quickly. They can improve outflow gigantically. They have a bunch of warm water, and the hurricane itself is actually pretty small. In fact, we had a 6-mile wide eye yesterday as a 65 mile per hour tropical storm. So clearly it was really trying to organize. It was just a little bit of shear and dry air for the upper level low that kind of made it reset a little bit. So 115 miles an hour for the National Hurricane Center is not a terrible forecast at all, considering what she is doing. And I don't expect her to become 130 miles an hour. But I also would not be surprised. It's kind of that double-edged sword where, and it was 12Z2, it's not the 18Z models. We're not paying attention to that, even though it is somewhat of a trend. The 12Z models also showed 130 miles an hour. Considering NHC went 115, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a jet mats type storm. So we got to think, especially with the way those vertical hot towers are really wrapping. In theory, the highest potential I can see with this, the National Hurricane Center says 115. I say 120. 120 is only 5 miles per hour more, especially with a jet mats. That's not the most horrible forecast. My original was 105, and it stayed that way until she finally fought the dry air. So it's very interesting how these storms can handle. So basically what I'm telling the viewers is this can range anywhere to 105 to 120 miles an hour, maybe even a very brief category 4. That's not impossible with jet mats type systems, but I don't expect it either. But we're staying with 115 because of the latitude. That's also pretty important. Sea surface temperatures are also really good with this storm. Trevor, how do I explain this? This storm has everything at once except one thing, and that's time.
All right, welcome back. I'm back.
Hey, we were just discussing the models versus the NHC forecaster, Gabrielle.
Do you have your
We were
stream?
mentioning that-
Do you have your stream?
No, because Trevor is showing his screen.
Okay.
We were mentioning that some of the models...
Oh.
Want to show your screen?
Not yet. We were mentioning that, Weather Kingdom, that the models, the HAFS A and B, one of the category 4, and people may be like, okay, why does it want a category 4? The system is small, you have a jet mats, you have outflow, you have 28 to 29 Celsius waters, you got vertical hot towers that are spinning like a top. So even though I don't expect a category 4, it's not impossible. So we'll just wait and see. I still think 115 is the correct assumption here, though, based off the timing of the storm, how long it has. But I don't know what your thoughts are, Weather Kingdom, because the models that did Category 4 were 12Z2. They weren't 18Z or 060. They actually had surface data. So I'm curious.
I do not believe in a category 4. I think the most is a weak category 3, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I say 120 is the best they could do due to the jet mat. I only go 5 mile per hour, but I'm not going Cat 4.
No, not at all.
Kingdom, if it does do that, that would be pretty funny.
That would be pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, you never know with jet mat storms like this. Remember, Tammy was only forecasted to be 80 miles an hour. It got to 110 because of a jet mats. So we'll see. These storms are interesting.
Yeah.
Tammy of 2023, that storm.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We can't rule out a Cat 4, but we don't expect it. It's kind of a miss.
Wow, Raja Sa just continues to barrel towards. Oh my.
And earlier today, Weather Kingdom, we actually had some supercell thunderstorms in off the coast of Taiwan. They have now turned into a band, a line. So tornado threats kind of went down. which is good. That's the least of worries for the Philippine Islands.
Can I quickly? I'm gonna not share his screen. I'm gonna quickly go to something because I actually found radar of this storm.
In Taiwan. In Taiwan.
No.
I'm guessing the Philippines.
Yes. There's the eye wall, everybody.
That's yours to do now. You want to share it?
Yeah.
Look. Wow. So there's
I'm gonna do this really.
Currently, the islands are on the outer end of the eye wall. It's about to get into the eye wall. Actually, yeah. Looks like the eye wall is about to start impacting some of these little islands here.
And that's gonna trigger me to go. That's gonna get me off a little bit. Because these islands are gonna be directly in the eye.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That is a pretty good radar loop at the Philippines. Ooh, that is actually not bad.
Yeah, I was looking. It's not the best, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, the tropics have woken up. I remember just last week, almost every basin was silent. And then now we have an Atlantic storm rapidly intensified to a jet, 2 AOIs, 2 typhoons, 1 super typhoon, and a new tropical storm in the East Pacific. It's been quiet.
3 typhoons.
Well, maybe we'll see.
It's been getting pretty active. European 18Z's out. I want to see how this goes.
I don't 18Z as much as
not good. It has that second storm. Much more defined than the 12Z. Look at this.
Going on. Remember, 12Z takes a bit less data than
you mean 18Z?
12Z, so take it a little bit with a grain of salt, respectfully.
Yeah.
Well, we can still use it.
It develops now both storms.
You're talking about the European? Yeah, you're talking about the European
18Z.
model. European model. I like the European model for more far out. And then we get closer. I know. Why does it not give me? What European do you have? I only got the 144.
Yeah, the 144.
I don't see it develop 2 storms for some reason. Am I on the wrong one? No, I'm not.
There's a 2008 low in the Bahamas.
I'm sorry, I just got a mean. I got a comment on one of my tweets I just did. Like, what? What? It's I don't think one for Rochelle. Mother, stop. Anyway.
Okay.
I don't think 165 is justifiable. Minimal could be 175 or higher for this type of storm.
So that's very interesting. The storm near the Bahamas kind of struggles because I think the trough is too close to it and it shears it. But the other AOI, the 50%, yeah, that uses the...
To be honest with you guys, I do not think anyone is living on those islands right now. If they are braver than 99% of people because I'm sorry, I will love to see a super typhoon.
I know Jordan Hall is on one of the islands.
Weather Kingdom. Actually, there's a huge fact, actually. You know those islands are actually kind of used to Category 5s.
Really?
Right? Yes, historically. So, the people are kind of used to it, so I wonder how they're going to fare. I would think they're at least more prepared than the U.S. Gulf Coast. Because they're Philippine Japanese islands.
Yeah, I can see that.
That doesn't mean it's not dangerous. I just did think they would be a bit more prepared for something like this. But yeah, still, I hope they're all okay over there. I hope it's not a horrible storm. I know the damage might be a bit iffy. That's a really nice squall line on the northeastern side about to hit Taiwan, too. Hold on.
18Z, okay.
That is a...
Where at? On the radar?
On a Taiwan radar, yes. I got it. It's
I see that squall line.
VC.
Oh, wow, I see that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice squall line.
Look at this eye wall. Holy wow.
So a lot of people were saying an eye wall replacement cycle may be beginning soon. We'll wait and see. I wouldn't be shocked though. These storms normally do get an eye wall replacement cycle.
They already had one earlier.
Someone said it's getting 100. Someone's saying someone is getting 180 mile per hour winds. The Dorak says 180. The agencies were around 165, and then they went to 175. That's the blend of data from the 10-minute wind and stuff. I can confidently say this storm has to be 175 miles an hour because Dorak has been trending 180, and it looks really good. I don't think it's 180 because it's having some structural, or it might be having some, but it has definitely been sustaining. Definitely. So 175 is a really good guess.
And meanwhile, the JTWC is also trending currently with a 145 knots, or what is 165. I got a comment about it saying that it should be, it's not adjustable of a 165, and instead it should be a 175.
I agree.
I think it's 175. It just, it looks too good not to be less than 160, but the structure kind of reminds me of those 160 to 175 storms where they're just sustaining after peak and then they're about to go for an eye wall replacement cycle. I don't think it's 180, but I definitely think it could be 175. It could be 180 though, you never know. You know, we don't have the best data in there right now. I know earlier a buoy actually reported 900 millibar pressure, so I know it's been intensifying today. So if the buoy is right, it reached 900 millibars. It means it might have briefly been 899 or 898.
Agree.
Might have. We're not 100%.
Well, we have to see what the post analysis says about it, and there's a good chance it might get increased.
I believe so. Could be.
175 is a very good guess, though, based off what's going on with this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if
There's an eye developing on
Gabrielle.
Yep, I'm seeing it. Look. You see that?
The vertical hot towers are amazing. You should go to Cyclone WX and go to the water vapor I have.
Can you send the link in VC? Or not?
Yes.
Or send it to me in just send it to me privately. It's easier.
Yeah, Trevor will tell you it's actually a very nice satellite. That's what I'm thinking.
Send it to me privately that I can jump onto it.
So, okay,
Right.
So basically, this is a water vapor imagery that also gives you some structural clues of a storm.
Huh.
And oh my god.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be one of the best water vapors you've seen in a while.
Yeah,
It
look
turns
at that tut. What is that, an upper level spin?
On the southwestern side, yes. That's why Gabrielle actually briefly had to reset before this intensification phase. That's exactly why.
Retweeting stuff on Twitter.
That's pretty crazy here. Wow. Huh.
Yeah, you can really see the vertical hot towers a lot more clearly on this type of satellite.
What else can you use? IR.
Yeah,
I like
too.
that. I like that too.
And it's a little bit, by the way, it's a little bit faster than tropical tidbits that time. So it's actually more useful in a way.
I'm actually
If
gonna.
you want, for satellites, this is actually a little bit better. For models, tropical tidbits is better. Even though some of the models load faster on here, tropical tidbits has more models.
I got breaking news over here
Oh.
for Tuesday. They're showing PDS tour
Oh.
over the Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas interaction.
Huh.
Well, I'll look at that much later. I'm not too concerned about.
When is satellite going back into this? Does anyone know?
Well, yeah, those vertical hot towers are absolutely gorgeous on the satellite.
Someone asked me, how strong will it be for China? That's a very good question.
It depends because it's definitely going to be a bit weaker, likely category 3 or 4, depending on how
Correct.
many IWO replacement cycles.
It will
your
go through.
threat den, it's already a huge storm. It's the water has already been absolutely
Hish.
annoyed. It's been irritated. And we saw in hurricanes, I'm just saying this storm because it's the perfect example. Katrina had multiple Iowa replacement cycles that weakened to a category 3, but the surge was 28 feet. Not because the winds were high, but because it already irritated the water. And it was a huge system. This storm has irritated the water. It's a huge system. So, storm surge for China, I'm going off coastal too. Easily 12 to 18 feet
Well, my comparison is what I can
would be a good estimate here. Because they don't really do estimates on surge on their warning, so I'm taking a guess based off the coastline and the size of the storm and eyewall replacement cycle chances.
Yeah, look at that eye wall.
12 to 18 feet of surge.
I wonder how strong these winds really are. I wish we had.
And then we also put out the possibility for this storm in the typhoon basin to re-enter the North Indian Basin.
I'm very curious if we'll do that.
And reform. And I actually put out the theory yesterday that it may start doing that.
You know what's interesting? Look at the landfall in China. Look at its northeastern side. There is a desert in the parts of China, and that can create capping. Then you got a bunch of moisture. You got a large system. That's a lot of friction. That's storm relative velocity. And, well, a good potential for tornadoes.
I wish there was a mesoscale feature on Gabrielle, but they're not. It's annoying. You agree?
And we're getting a lot of confirmation now that Gabrielle is absolutely be getting her RI, if not in a tiny bit, because she's interacting with the jet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, depending on how the next couple hours go, I'll probably try and stay live for the next little bit.
Oh, my dog is barking. Give me a minute.
I'm very interested on Gabrielle. I think we could see it. I want to see how this RI goes. It's definitely looking like it's about to do it, or it's going to do it.
It's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Easily category 2, at least. I really think my 105 was a very bold and intact.
Hey, if you nail it with 105, that's slam dunk home right there.
I will say this though, I did put the chance of a major hurricane, but I did 105 mainly for the dry air fight before the RI for the amount of time. But I mean, if this system goes stronger, that just proves that the jet was doing exactly what I forecasted it to do. You know what? I'm not too bad at that.
I agree.
So, yeah, if it gets to 115, it's just a. I guess it's an epsilon. I guess the epsilon strafing in the same spot near Bermuda. Let me look this up. That'd be crazy if it did. Hurricane epsilon. No, I need Hurricane Sadness 2020. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now.
Epsilon. Let me check Gabrielle's position. Gabrielle is not that far away from where Epsilon became a free. Some of the same methods. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Yep. Okay. So, yeah. That's a very interesting comparison. A tropical wave version of Epsilon. That's not bad. Cool, guys. But, yeah, with the way we've been seeing the Atlantic, I wouldn't be surprised surprised. We're on G, right? I expect H to be a hurricane. So maybe no guarantee we'll get I, but if this yellow forms, I'm a little bit more hesitant. Then this may be I, and for once, I will not be a retired storm. Hopefully, the records it's been doing. J will likely be a Caribbean or gyre, or it could be a subtropical later on. So, in theory, if we put all the formation together, we could get the letter M. If everything goes perfect.
The models have really picked up on the Atlantic activity.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Someone said NAC may go at 85 miles an hour. I actually really agree with that statement.
I
Earlier
agree.
today I said it should be 85.
Maybe
it's really showing evidence
yeah.
to be 85.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do 90 yet. I would wait a little bit more.
Rajasa Eyewall is making its landfall right now on these islands. It's happening. Actually, I think the radar might be down. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have lost radar.
Let me look at it. Super typhoon. It's about to. It's about to make landfall.
Yeah, it looks like the eyewall is currently slamming that. I feel so bad for that little island. Y'all, if you guys in that little island, y'all see that, it must be beautiful in that middle of that storm. But I'm telling you, you better go back inside quick because those winds are going to come from the other direction and absolutely whiplash everything backwards.
What's up, guys? What did I miss?
Rajasa just...
talking about Tropics.
Yeah, Rajasa just wiping out the Philippine Islands.
Someone says, I think... Someone in the chat said, I think we'll have 15 storms, 7 hurricanes, and 4 majors.
I can see that.
It all depends because what we've been seeing... Weather Kingdom, tell me if this is right. We've been seeing this. The beginning, there's a bunch of weak storms. The middle of the season... an isolated storm or two that either does nothing or suddenly becomes a major like Aaron.
And then the end is like the grand finale.
September, October, and early November.
A slam home.
Some systems that all go hurricane or major or near.
Correct.
It's really interesting.
Like the peak maybe be moving a little later.
I still think the peak is around September 10th. The problem is that a lot of the time I think the waters are too hot that the Bermuda High gets a little bit too aggressive. That could be a possibility. That's a thing that can happen. A lot of people think warm water is good for tropical systems, but if warm water makes your Bermuda High get too big, your waves don't work well. So there's the double-edged sword to a bunch of warm water in the subtropics.
Oh, yeah. Big time convection really popping off with this baby right here.
It is getting very close to a landfall with that.
I will say, though, 14 to 16 named storms. My prediction for this season, a lot of people wanted a slightly above average to maybe a bit of an active season. I actually thought this would be the 2006 and the 2005 analogy. So, I did 13 storms this year.
Huh.
Yeah. I just didn't think the Atlantic would be that active because when you have so many active periods, it has to have a break eventually. Something got to change. And so far, it's been like that. We'll see, though.
Look at wow. Rajasa.
I'm really starting to think that it would be very interesting to know if vertical hot tower. It's really spinning on the right side. This is amazing.
Oh
Someone says,
my.
I thought that 2001 and 2022 are good analogs. We actually had an analog for the Caribbean, which was a 2022. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But all it would take is one wave to use good conditions, and we might have a problem. So we'll keep watching the Caribbean.
It's a little bit interesting what it's gonna do.
Someone said I think reconcile will peak out as 175.905. That's actually what a lot of people have agreed with right now, actually.
What?
Yeah, I got
175 miles an hour with a 905 millibar pressure. I will say, though, that it had a 900 earlier by a buoy. But it was a little bit weaker, so...
As I said earlier, I did get a comment on my post on Twitter about the system of the JWC not agreeing with what the JMA is saying. Like, they're saying 155 knots with 100, I think it's about 175, and then the JTWC is saying that it's 165. I don't agree with that. I think it personally should be 175, not that 145 knots.
The Google AI model... Hey, just letting you know, Weather Kingdom, the AI models and the global models are really loving that 60%. They are absolutely eating it up with trending evidence.
Yeah, and actually, I want to take a quick look at wow, look at the Central Atlantic. That second wave is right there, and it still has a lot of shear on it, but it still has that spin, and that's likely to go. It's going to get in better conditions as it gets in the Southwest Atlantic.
And also, it would be very funny in a way if Gabrielle decides to try to do a Paulette move near Portugal and France.
And just be...
I saw that a little. I did see that.
Oh no, the Atlantic
like
is
like a Paulette reborn. We're not saying it's gonna happen. If it happens though, that would be funny.
Gabrielle, everybody. It's trying. It's actually doing I say, pretty good job, actually. It's really, you could see that. Do we have any, microwave imagery? Or no?
Earlier.
What exactly are you asking for?
Microwave imagery on these. Oh my goodness. What storm can I look at? Can I look at other storms? Oh yeah. Actually.
When is it supposed to get to China? Okay, that's a very good question. Let me answer that a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're asking when Rise Royale is supposed to get to China, I'll pull up Zoom Earth because I trust them. It's expected to get to near China or Hong Kong or Hong Kong too, by this Tuesday. So within the next 2 days.
Wow. Huh. Rajasthan, let's take a quick look. It is going to be, oh wow, it is crushing these islands. It is wiping out these islands currently.
We have the first update. Like we said, the East Pacific will get theirs first.
When does the next update on Rajasthan?
3 in the morning.
3 a.m. in the morning. Holy crap.
Yeah. So the JWPC, if I said JTWPC, WC, does it every single 6 hours. But if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, they do it every single 12 hours.
That's...
So Tropical Storm Nardia, advisory number 2 Nardia. Oh my god. Narda, I'm sorry, that is likely to intensify while remaining offshore Mexico. 40 miles an hour. The movement is northwest or 305 degrees at 10 miles per hour, 70 kilometers per hour. The pressure is 1,005 millibars or 29.68 inches. It is about 180 miles, 290 kilometers south-southeast of Zacatecas, Mexico. And I pronounced that wrong, sorry. Location is 15.3 north, 100.5 degrees west. 40 miles an hour.
I personally don't know if there's any cams on those islands, but I don't think there is. There might be one cam, and I think it's east of the island.
If there was any camera there, it would literally be blown away.
No matter where it's
I'm
at.
sorry.
You said we got a brand new update on our system?
Tropical storm in the East Pacific, yes. I just read out all the information
I will look at that
on the invite. I just read the information.
I think I'm gonna bring back, I'm gonna continue my lifetime videos after tomorrow. Or after today, so. Is there a chance of, I don't know how to say it, because I'm bad at pronouncing names, impacts Mexico? Tristan, you want to answer that question?
Let me see. What question do we have? Is there a chance NARDA impacts Mexico? We don't have the full advisory charts out yet, I don't believe. So we can't tell you. I know they did say, I think we have. I know they did say on the advisory that some 2 to 4 inches of rain is possible on Mexico. Let's look at the rainfall potential here. About 2 to 4 inches for the very southern part of Mexico, and 1 to 2 inches to possible for a decent amount of Mexico. So basically, it's just some summer showers type stuff, maybe with rain band or two. Otherwise, it will stay off the coast of Mexico by the forecast cone. They have the strength of 100 miles per hour as the peak, and they sustained that for a very long time.
It's still gonna do that peak of 100.
Yes.
Also, if you guys are new,
That's
please
what
like
they're
and subscribe. As we're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're 200 away. And yeah, as we are continuing to watch the unfolding of the Atlantic and all the tropics in the world, kind of.
We are waiting on Gabrielle. They might. We're waiting on Gabrielle now. I wouldn't be surprised if they did 80. But I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed 75, maybe because of just more data needed. But I can see 80 miles an hour. Maybe 85. We'll see, though. We will absolutely see.
I gotta look at the other thing. Okay, so
Rod just saw it.
Gabriel's winds are not changing, according to the ATCF.
Probably
Which
pressure.
is that's the National Hurricane Center bot. They didn't give us an update though in a while. The last update they gave us on Gabrielle was 7:46 p.m. Central. This is my time. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they went 80 miles an hour. That's only 5 miles per hour more, and the structure does
Support it.
really support it. But if they stay 75, I do understand. So we'll see.
I'm very
75
interested.
Or 80. 75 or 80. So.
Yeah. What else can we look at as we are waiting on some more information on these two? Big
I
time.
find that kind of true what someone just said in your chat.
What?
Someone said, I think, that's interesting. We'll see if it verifies.
It's fun. It's kind of funny how the North Indian Ocean hasn't even had a single named storm, and we haven't seen that in the database.
That's kind of sad.
Dude, how many years of data?
What's going on here?
Almost, I think it's like 85 years of data collecting. Or no, 65 years of data collecting from the 1960s. There has not been a single storm named.
Since when?
1960s.
What ocean?
North Indian.
North Indian. Where is that at?
It's the basin right by, or it's below actually. So essentially, it's part of the Indian Ocean, and it's below the Southwest Indian Ocean cyclone season.
Oh. I don't even see that on the tropical tibbets. Cool.
If you see regions, you'll see India, like Indian Ocean, and there's actually two basins that are so confusing that one's in the southern hemisphere, one's in the northern hemisphere.
Kind of just waiting on everything right now, you guys.
Yep, you're waiting on the advisory for Gabrielle. 75 or 80. I think they'll go 80 based off the convective trends. But since they don't have recon, they'll likely go 80.
Huh, very interesting. There's now... Okay. There could be... inner eyewall, huh? A little bit more convection. That's a new... Okay.
There we go.
Let's re-update this. Let's get...
I have sound in the background.
Ooh, new convection. Oh, yeah. Definitely intensifying. This core is looking pretty nasty right now. Definitely trying to get its act going. Very crazy. What do you guys think? What's your guys' opinion on Rajasthan?
I think personally it's gonna devastate the Philippines.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. On why?
Or about half landfall.
Let's see what the energy goes with. I've written it. Yeah, I didn't update yet. Okay.
Let me quickly take a look at the chat. What is going on? Off topic, but the Indian Ocean Basin hasn't got a single name. Oh. The GFS has Hurricane Imelda affecting Texas. No, that's not the I name storm.
That's not the I name storm. We don't know which one's the I name storm. We're just guessing based off the data. It is advised, however,
It could
for confusion. Don't name a storm early unless you absolutely know a single wave is going to do it. Like, we could name Gabrielle early because it was that one wave. But if it's multiple systems, just don't. Because 2020 people did that, and then we had a bunch of surprises. And it caused confusion. Please don't early name a system.
We're just kind of wondering, are we ever going to see another 2020 basin year like it was that one year?
That would be a while.
It's probably going to be another 10 years or 20 years or heck, maybe another 5 years before we see it.
Yeah, 2020 was a lot more of a mesoscale year than a actual Tropics being good year, honestly. Because a lot of the early systems were frontal. So you just had a bunch of mesoscale that was able to get lucky. I call 2020 the luck season. 2005, if you want to see a real season, I think 2005 still is a real one.
I like to call the 2020 season as the heck season because it was so hectic that it kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah, but it was a lot of mesoscale formations. It wasn't really a lot of true formations. You only really got the true formation with Isaias, Laura, and then you had to wait until late September to October for Teddy, and then the Greek alphabet to go insane.
Good. There's a very good question on your stream.
Yeah. What is it?
Someone asked, do you have a measuring tool to measure how wide that eye is?
Oh.
That's a great question.
I do not have a tool, but I do have one on my phone that I can measure. Actually, no, I can, but not on here.
I bet the Pixel thing can.
Pixel.
I need Taiwan to load. I want to see a new frame.
See if I can measure that.
I'm seeing it. We got a new frame here. A few embedded tropical supercells along a very intense band, approaching very southern Taiwan slowly because the band moves with the storm.
Yeah,
so it's not just gonna rush ahead. So it looks intense right now. It could weaken a little bit. It could stay.
It's about to be making landfall. The eye wall is completely demolishing Babayan Island right now. Also, it is absolutely murdering some little mountain island. And not mountain island, just tropical. And then some of these other islands getting slammed currently. Kinda just waiting, everybody. Is Recon gonna go in anymore tonight or no?
Most likely not.
That's annoying.
I know Stu Murph has a measuring tool. Okay, so
I have a question, Winter Kingdom.
Yeah.
Since we're waiting on the advisory for Gabrielle and more updates about the typhoon, did we ever talk about the MJO pattern?
No, we have not. I haven't really took a look at it because it's been changing every day.
So if anyone wants a comparison of how wide this eye is, it's 42 miles.
Damn.
Gabrielle is still 75 miles an hour. Okay, I kind of knew it. Yeah.
Let's see it.
They took it. I have it on M-Bot. Gabrielle, advisory number 20. Gabrielle forecasted toward northward. Soon forecast to rapidly intensify tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Interesting.
Location is 25.2 north, 62.2 degrees west. About 265 miles or 425 kilometers southeast of Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds of 75 miles an hour. The present movement is northwest or 325 degrees at 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour. The central pressure, 992 millibars or 29.30 inches.
The MJ looks dead. I mean, kind of in neutral. Kind of stuck in neutral.
MJO very sad.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's the problem. This thing doesn't make any landfall at all.
Kind of stays in neutral. Let me quickly.
A direct hit with on an island that has 19,000 people.
Really? 19,000. Holy.
Real quick before we get to that, we need to talk about something because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Gabrielle's out at sea. It's not going to do anything." Can we please, real quick, emphasize the danger of rip currents. A lot of people tend to ignore that with systems out to sea strengthening rapidly.
I noticed that a lot of people don't realize that rip currents and storm surge can impact you, even if you're like not in the zone of impact. So yeah, I think y'all should speak on that. I don't have it pulled up, so I can't. But yeah.
So let me see something. All right, discussion has come out.
Can we? Okay.
Bot.
Okay.
Satellite imagery shows that Gabrielle's core convention has started to wrap up and become a bit more impressive looking. The latest objective and objective intensity estimates still range at around 55 to 68 knots. So the intensity is held at 65 knots for this advisory, 75 miles per hour. Some minor adjustments were made to the wind radii based on the ASCAT pass. The motion is at 325 degrees or 10 knots, 12 miles an hour. A turn to the north-northwest is expected overnight, with a northward turn expected on Monday as Gabrielle rounds the western part of a subtropical ridge. And model guidance is in excellent agreement on the first 36 hours of the track forecast. There was a very small westward adjustment to the forecast, but with the latest ASCAT data, which shows tropical storm force extending nowhere farther than 60 miles from the western semicircle, strongly indicate that the tropical storm force wind field will remain well east of Bermuda when Gabrielle makes its closest approach to the island late Monday. We talked about that. Thereafter, the cyclone will accelerate east-northeastward within the mid-latitude westerlies. Many minor adjustments. Note that beyond day 3, there is a large spread in the guidance and confidence in the track forecast is low at that time. Here we go. Gabrielle is expected to strengthen in the next 24 hours, especially how given the warm waters are. However, the amount of strengthening that will occur is uncertain due to moderate westerly wind shear that may affect Gabrielle. For now, the NAC forecast will continue to do rapid intensification over the 24 hours, given the improvement in the inner core structure mentioned above. The NAC forecast during this period is in agreement with it's a blend, HAFS, HMON, HWRF, and the HCCA models. So they're going between the category 4 and the category 2. So 115, 120, they're going to show 115. By late Tuesday, steady weakening is suspected as the shear increases. Gabrielle moves into dry air, and the water intensities begin to increase, temperatures. The intensity forecast for day 2 onward is a blend of the NAC forecast with the intensity guidance, which is slightly stronger than previous NAC prediction. So they expect this to do a bit more ace than expected. Beyond day 4, there's a large spread among the models as Gabrielle's track intensity, or whether or not it will be starting to attain extratropical characteristics. Therefore, it is too early to predict what, if any, impact Gabrielle could have on the Azores. Peak strength in 24 hours, 115 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
so they're
115.
You know what? 120 miles an hour, if this keeps going, would not be a bad forecast, considering they did a blend of the 2 models of one of the category 4 with some of the weaker models. I can see 120 if it keeps going.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the number I said.
Basically, what Mia forecasted.
Wow.
We got 40 people watching. We actually been increasing throughout the stream in the last couple hours. Pretty crazy. I'm very interested on the next couple hours of the storm. There's a lot of deep thunderstorm convection really starting to wrap around that core. I mean, it's looking impressive.
Yeah, Gabrielle, I remember a few days ago, people were saying, why is this a tropical cyclone? And suddenly, everyone's like, ooh.
Gabrielle's starting to wake it up.
Gabrielle is changing her mood.
Yo.
The second I see that island go under, complete into that island, posting something about it.
What?
The second I see that eyewall engulf that island that's owned by the Philippines, I'm gonna make a post about this.
Okay.
Holy.
That's engulfing it.
Which island?
A lot
All
of
of
people are
them.
thinking A lot of people are thinking this is 180 now. No. Stretch has been a little iffy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I see 175 still. I don't see 180. Not yet, anyway. Maybe close enough. Interesting.
115, but higher wouldn't surprise me.
If you guys are new, please like and subscribe as we are trying to get up to 1,000 subs. It will be very greatly appreciated. Also, we are currently watching the Tropics if you have just came in. We have a few special guests. We have Tristan that has been helping out in the streams a lot lately. Also, Mia, Trevor. They've been the main three that's been really helping out on this channel. And it's very greatly appreciate that. Very greatly appreciate.
Someone said we need to pay attention to the Caribbean in late September, October, early November. I think late September, depending on, because we do have a front with severe weather, I think that front may make September closed off, but October to November, definitely. So we'll see. I don't expect a gyre system, even that frontal boundary system, if it forms, may just be a weak tropical storm or just be thunderstorms that die. Who knows? I don't expect anything yet.
We have a lot of convection on Gabrielle. I'm interested on what's going to happen in the next couple, hours.
I wish we had more recon, but I understand why you're not. That would be too far for most planes to go. In a way.
Yep.
Same with recon.
So, Gabrielle.
Gabrielle is,
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle was sad with the dry air, and the moment the jet... you know, I hate to say this, Gabrielle is like someone who drank caffeine. I swear. It's like, oh, I'm not energized now. Oh, the jet's here. I got a cup of coffee. Yeehaw.
Oh, wow.
Gabrielle is just that person who drinks coffee.
And it's like, woohoo! We waking up tonight.
Yep.
I'd show these people what I am capable of.
And the typhoon might be doing cocaine. Unfortunately.
Okay, let's chill out on that.
I've done those jokes before. But yes, we do have... That's a very beautiful northern burst. You know why they also might have gone 75 only? Maybe some wind lag. I know it takes a while for the winds to get to the surface at times. Especially with a system that is really starting to blow up as thunderstorms. It could take time. I will say this though, and I think the next hurricane will be Humberto. And the reason why I say that is because, one, every season, even 2013, it didn't fail to become a hurricane. And secondly, the Euro and all those models have been really loving that system. I think that wave will be Humberto, by the way. But that 30% could sneak it up. So we could get H and I, or we can only get H.
I think we're going to get H and I, in my opinion.
Yep. What did I just see on infrared?
What?
Gabrielle, excuse me?
What?
I saw that on your stream. Hold on. Where is the where's infrared? Did you do a tiny eye just then? Did you do a wrap eye? Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, she did a wrap eye.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know.
That's so beautiful. I wonder why the NHC is thinking it's going to be sheared. So far, it's been producing amazing outflow. But I think that I've noticed this with a lot of systems where the same systems that rapidly intensify due to the outflow of a trough would get sheared by a trough a day or two later. That's just an interesting thing we've been talking about too, with observations. The ace, and for people, I think the ace number might be able to get to 50 with Gabrielle. Our ace number right now, if the North Atlantic has load, which it hasn't yet, so forgive me, this might be a little bit of a delayed number. Actually, no, the WX Cyclone WX should have the ace number. Actually, the current ace number right now.
You want me to look
The
at it?
ace Gabrielle has produced. Okay, let me do the math here. I'm looking at some. Yeah, wow, Gabrielle did a lot more ace than I thought it did. What? Okay.
Hurricane stage, it's starting to produce that ace that we need.
Yep. 0.24 for Andrea. 0.4 for Barry,
So
aka MCS Sadness.
So we
0.82.
beat 1992 right now in ace.
No, that ace would be 76.
Yeah, but we just beat the 1992 in ace for ace up to dare now.
I think we did. I'm trying to get all these calculations up. 3.09.
I'm actually a little bit curious about what the Super Typhoon and the Viral Typhoon's ace will be at. I'm gonna start guessing.
Our ace is 43.82. If we round it, it's 43.8.
I'm a little bit curious what the Western Pacific's ace is after those two disappear.
It's gonna be past 44 by the time we get the new ace amount.
Yeah.
Ty 30XA Gaming asks, do you think this season is the first season in years to have a system not hit Florida? Your biggest landfall opportunities is October to early November. We are not at that point yet.
Hey,
Tropics
Carlos.
and the Gyre can sneak up. But yeah, so far y'all have been pretty lucky, and I hope that stays. I hope it does.
Yeah.
It would be nice for them to catch a break. It would be kind of nice.
All right, let's take a look at radar. Oh my God! Wow. How long I've been live for? I wonder.
200 years? No, I'm just kidding.
Feels like it.
I wish.
I wish. Oh my God. Well, how would you be able to get viewers to watch you for 2,000 years? How would you be able to do that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I gotta finish a while. Since essentially I'm done covering on YouTube for a little bit, I essentially now have to go make 5 lifetime videos.
Oh God.
This is gonna be fun for me because I have to go deal with this.
Okay. Alright, so
I'm very interested on Gabrielle.
someone said you guys are wishing for storms. You
I'm not.
need hurricanes to balance out the global temperature of the water.
Also,
I would like hurricanes to not strike land, but you still need hurricanes. You having a abnormally amount of lower end amount of hurricanes, especially with, and I'm not going to get to a climate talk, but with the way the climate's been warming a bit, yeah, it's not the best thing. I don't wish for them to hit land, though. I just wish I wish there was a way for hurricanes not to hit land, be beautiful, but also do our climate. But,
Well, essentially what you're trying to say is no, we're not like
we're not wishing for landfalls, but we are wishing for storms, but we don't like when they make landfall. Those are bad times.
And essentially we're trying to also say that we're not hungry for views because we're not that manipulated. Is that the right word? I don't know.
We're not terrible
We're
human
not
beings.
that terrible people like other people who want money from YouTube views.
Yeah. Let me see here. It's really that convention versus doing nicely.
Yeah.
Very
Whoa.
nicely, in fact.
Wow, we have covered this a while. Oh,
Weird.
look at the new frame. Oh my. There's an eye forming. Yep, it's gonna happen very soon. Gabrielle is beginning to look a lot like our eye. Look, a new convection burst. Look,
Oh,
infrared.
look at that. Hey, Weatherkin, look at your
Yeah,
look at the satellite that you're looking at.
yeah. Which one?
It's rough right now.
Yeah, look at that new convection. So it looks like what we are seeing is that right there. It looks like what we are seeing. This is the low level center. Let's go into a different color. Let's go here is right here. And what's going on, this is actually going to develop, wrap around, and then pretty much the eye will begin to develop. That's what I am seeing right now. So if this does develop an eye, our eye will be taking off. And honestly, then I wouldn't be surprised anything at this given point.
When you have an eye form and is able to clear out, it's better ventilation for the storm because you now have more air sinking into the center of the storm, which is allowing the storm to breathe.
Correct. So
Pulling up updates on this.
I am beingly tired.
I mean, we're only waiting for the landfall of the typhoon. Gabrielle has been covered, and everything else.
Yeah, it hasn't made landfall just yet. These little islands are right now getting absolutely clobbered. I would not want to be sleeping, right? I would not want to actually be waking up.
Okay, so we got another question from this. How is the rapid intensification going to happen at this longitude?
So,
either one of those.
what's happening with this system is that, first of all, tropical systems, you need 26 Celsius water. The waters here are 29 to 29 degrees Celsius. The second thing is that normally you're right. In this latitude, they kind of get sheared, but in this case, there is a jet that is able to help its outflow potential a lot more than normal in this latitude. And because the instability in the Atlantic is the best around Bermuda, or some of the best, so that is why the storm is able to intensify.
And I do like to give credit to one of Weatherkin's mods that Alex from 2004 actually did that too. At 40 North.
That was 2016. No, that was January. There are some storms that have used the jet to strengthen. Hurricane Milton's a huge example of a jet to the north helping outflow for its formation. That's a huge example. So yes, jets, depending on the angle of where a system is, can help the outflow of a storm, helping it to breathe and then intensify.
I'm gonna adjust some knots with that or something. So let me look at this quickly. So I messed up with stuff on my own. Let's see. What's your knots? 120.
Tacos and Chicken 22 asks, is there any weather cameras? Unfortunately, no. Either they've been blown off on the island, or it will be copyrighted if we try to do a Bermuda one. So, unfortunately, no.
I've been streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna be if you ever stream a camera from any country with any camera without the permission, you're gonna get copyright and it's gonna get your sound muted. So it's advised to not show it.
Correct. That also.
Unless it's provided by WeatherWiz or WeatherWise.
I don't know about that.
I think that's the only exception because you have to ask them about it. But like, are you in
Tristan, have you seen the satellite imagery, the latest frame on our beautiful storm?
The typhoon.
No.
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Yes, I have. I've seen the new cloud tops, the new smaller convections beginning to blow up.
Yup, looks like we are soon going to be talking about an eye.
We'll see.
We will see.
She is a really small system. She's gonna really spin like a top.
Look at the true color. Holy.
I love using water vapor.
Oh my god, water vapor on this crap. Oh my goodness, look at what. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's beautiful.
Okay, so YouTube can't be petty about that. But if you show proof that you have permission to use it, then they won't do anything. This is why I want to go. There's a bunch of reasons why you should probably go ask Weatherwise about using their cameras before you do it. Like, I have using their cameras once on stream without asking permission, and YouTube never took down my stream for it. So they were like they were fine with it.
It is making landfall. Oh my, wow.
Satellite shows that Doppler radar, Taiwan, I need you, is the radar. Okay, I have a question real quick. I forgot this. Is radar delayed satellite or satellite delayed from radar?
No.
I think there's a delay. Let me check.
Alright, you guys. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe as we are trying to get to 900 subs. It would be very greatly appreciated. Also, like the stream to add more people. We are currently watching the Tropics, pretty much. Oh my goodness, we got a ghost mesoscale on Gabrielle. It just came in. Oh!
That's good. That's good. Beautiful.
Look.
I'm going to.
Oh,
do that now, actually.
that's beautiful.
Let me see. Ghost.
This theme might encompass two islands while it's in there.
It might.
I'm gonna wait for a little bit.
Ghost accidentally sent me to Ghost. Why do you do this to me? I made my mistake. Why do you do this to me?
Oh my god, this is actually gonna help us out so much.
I made my mistake.
Can you use? Oh, you can. Okay, good.
Ghost it's seeing is not letting me go to Gabrielle.
It's goes 19. Mesoscale 2.
I did that and it's not letting me.
I don't. On what app?
Psycho WX.
I'm on it right now on the stream.
Yeah, it keeps trying to give me the Southeast US. Oh, there we go. It just switched to it. That's why. Never mind.
Yep.
My bad. My bad. It was a
Look at that new convection right in the center. Wrapping around, you guys.
That's a vertical hot tower.
Correct. So now we got actually minutes by minute on this. So it's going to help us a lot. Because I'm not going to lie, waiting like 5-10 minutes for that other satellite was kind of getting annoying. Also, the model should be coming out pretty soon also.
The models are going to say